A lot of this is going to be very similar to what you've heard. You know, if I had to describe my dad, I'd say as fiercely loyal and almost tribal. If you were part of the clan, everything was correct. And he was always a very proud supporter of us, of my mom, of Eric and I, and all the kids, whether it was academic stuff, social stuff, athletic, and very helpful. It wasn't somebody who required or really depended at all on a lot of outside friends. It was 100% family. I think a lot of that he got from his mom, Seal, who was the fiercely loyal one, to the point where if there was any true or perceived issue with somebody, they would hear we would hear that they were all sons of bitches. They're doing that. And that carried over to my dad, and sometimes to his detriment. Always defending mom. And at their assisted living facility, he got a little excited one time. Dinner took too long and mom was upset. Into the kitchen to yell at the chef to ask what the hell was going on. And they got a 30-day ban from the dining room. Later reduced on appeal. His mom, Seal, had a little bit of a softer side, and it was showing more with his dad. And she would always say, "Sydney, you're the mostest." And that's, as my mom described, Papa Sid was really sweet and gentle and a real giver. And it translated to next generation with the mostest, where most of the time it was accurate, but accurate or not, every meal mom made was the best thing in the history of the world.
That's so good.
He has described for years and years and years, was a wonderful, wonderful husband. They were really together all the time. A 57-mile commute over the Tappan Zee Bridge every day each way. Not many couples, let alone last that long together, but could work together and be together all the time. Again, he was very deferential to my mom. He was by no means a pet lover, but we had pets from the beginning, all throughout. From relatively early on, we were in, let's say, college and beyond. If you called, he answered the phone. He'd do a quick 30-second, 1 minute hello, and then let me get mom on the phone. About, I'm guessing maybe 3 months ago, I was asking him what, and this is during kind of his pretty good cognitive decline, what one of his most vivid memories of his parents were. And it wasn't one particular, but he just said they were always so proud and supportive. And I think he's shown that too. Very dedicated father. Did introduce Eric and I to golf, which we both love. He would really give the shirt off his back for us. Did reinvent himself numerous times in business. And his other love, he was really a great floater. In the ocean, he would float all day. He could just sit out there and float. Body surf. Another side, he wasn't very extravagant or showy. He was thrifty in certain ways. We had cars that shouldn't be on the road and were pieced together with pajamas holding up the muffler. Put a quart of oil in every week. He was a good negotiator. Went to Mexico when we first visited my grandparents out here. Went across the border to Nogales, and we saw these onyx chess sets, and they were about $25 a piece. he wasn't going to pay $25 a piece. We wanted two. And we would talk, and he told them $15. No. And then told us, let's walk. Keep walking. Don't turn around. Because the man chased us down the street. Instead of 25 for one, it was 2 for 20. Is how we ended that. The one and only time I remember going to Disney, this is before the electronic stuff, you actually had tickets. A through E, and at the end of the day we had 8 tickets left, and they were not going to waste. We were going to ride something. Choices were Dumbo or the teacup ride. We chose the teacup ride, which was a bad choice. Eric and I whirled the teacup around, and my father got sick and threw up. Fast forward, we went to Disney with the kids, and I see the teacup ride.
You said nope.
And they want to do the teacup ride.
Nope.
And we got on the teacup ride, and I slowed my breath and held my breath down and said, "That's retribution." He was unknown to many, very athletic. This is pre-ESPN days. There was one moment of a sneeze apparently travels 150, 200 miles an hour. He could catch them one time. You don't need to know the details. I think the most significant length of time I spent with him alone was probably when we moved from New York to Arizona. Mom and the dog flew. He and I drove a Ryder truck with the car behind it. And it was a good 4 days. Really nice. Thank you so much, Dad. I really miss you, love you, and proud to call you Dad. And again, I hope I can live up to being close to the father and husband you have been.